WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. Turntable, drop number 2, collaboration with Dingle. 52% ABV. On the back of the box, let's see if I can cover my face up here and still read it a little bit. We have here 41% Dingle. We have 20, come on, focus. We have 29% here Balmenach. We have 12% Blair Athol. We have 18% Loch Lomond single grain. So, yeah, there we go. Very, very good. So I actually just kind of did the numbers in my head. Imagine they use, there's 1,800 bottles. So it's like, how much whiskey do I need to make 1,800 bottles? So first of all, you kind of think of a bottle as 0.7. So it's not, you don't need 1,800 liters. So you need less. So, and then it's not cask strength, it's 52%, so you even need less. So I did the math and I just said, hey, imagine they had 410 liters of Dingle juice. These were Dingle Single Pot Still, not the single malt, but the pot still in Oloroso hogsheads. Hogsheads are 250 liters. And so after maybe 6 years or whatever, how old it is, 410 liters from 500 possible is not wrong. Balmenach, this is a PX first fill puncheon. Puncheons usually are around the 500 liters. So if they only take 290, it's a partial puncheon, which is not uncommon to do when you're making a smaller batch. They have 12%, which would be 120 liters of Blair Athol from a first fill rye barrel. There could be two things here. The first thing is, who said it's a 200 liter barrel? It could have been from Athol in Chicago. It might be, instead of a 50 gallon, could have been a 30 gallon, and that would have made sense as well. They have rye barrels that have been sold on the German market and on the European market quite a lot. And 18% was Loch Lomond grain first fill bourbon barrels. So if you take 180 liters from a bourbon barrel, makes sense. Now, the very, very interesting thing for me here is the fact that this is 100% barley. Now, it's not 100% malted barley because of the single pot still from Dingle. Look, bottle kill. Yay. That's all I have left. That was the very, very last drop from this bottle. I wanted to do a video about it because I thought it was so interesting. Yay. So, 100% barley. The grain, you would say, is not, well, Loch Lomond uses 100% malted barley for their single malts. And for the single grains. The single grains are made on a column still, and so that's no longer the case. And so the only thing that's not 100% malted barley is the unmalted barley part of the Dingle here. Now, I have a bone to pick with Turntable. This is their 11th edition of a product. So they had their core range. Oh, I can read the core range. I have them here. So there we go. Our core range is here. Paradise Funk, Bittersweet Symphony, and Smoking Riff. I don't have the limited editions for 2023 anymore on my screen, but I do know the 2024 is one way or another. Harder, better, faster, stronger in all my life. I have, and then there were the 3 from 2023, so 9 plus the 2 collaboration drops. The collaboration drop number 1, Starward, which I really liked. And the collaboration drop number 2, Dingle. So I really like that as well. I like that as well. Now, on the back, on the side of the box, I want to read this, all right? I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it. 200 years ago, Ireland had over 100 officially recognized distilleries. About right. By the turn of this century, so between about 1999 and 2000, that's the turn of the century. It was also the turn of millennial, but turn of the century, it says here, there were only 2. That's wrong. We had Bushmills, we have Middleton, and we had the 1987 founded distillery called Cooley. So there were 3. Now, the 4th distillery really was Dingle. They were the people who started with a cask and doing the private cask shares and the founding fathers and so on. And they did a lot to become one of the pioneers in the independent Irish whiskey sector. But John Teeling and Cooley had been doing it for almost 20 years before that. So Dingle started 2012. They started here. Cooley started 1987. So crazy to forget them. Now, it says Dingle was the first independent distillery to release single pot still whiskey in over a century. Did Dingle release 0 single pot still? Could be the case. I'm not that fit in that. I'm not even sure that's right. The spark that ignited today's Irish whiskey renaissance. Now, as you know, Waterford went into I'm going to call it Chapter 11. They went in. They were insolvents, is what we say in German. They went basically bankrupt. The banks pulled the plug and said, "Hey, sorry, it's not going to work out. Your business plan, Mr. Marc René. We have now ownership of all the casks and of the distillery." So, and the date of me doing this whiskey video is the week before the distillery will be auctioned off. Basically, people can put in their bids, and if they reach a certain minimum price that the bank hopefully is set, anyone above that and the highest bidder gets the all of that. And Marc René is actually has a consortium that is trying to bid and get in that thing as well. So we'll see. Good luck to you. But we're talking about Dingle. I predict Dingle will be bought out 2025. Why? They do belong to something called the Porterhouse Brewery. And Porterhouse Brewery basically makes beer. So it makes beer outside on the outskirts of Dublin. Now, Dingle is, for Irish distances, far away. And so they've always been a little bit of the not the ugly duckling, but the middle child that no one really pays any attention to. Let's say that. All right. So Porterhouse pubs they have in London, they have New York, they have Temple Bar in Dublin, they have here in a couple places there in Ireland. They also have Porterhouse Groups actually has a chain of tapas bars. They had 4 locations in the Dublin area, 1 in London as well, and they also own a it's called Lily's Bordello, a nightclub, and they actually operated successor the Lost Lane. So, and also 2012 they started their distillery. I don't have the opinion that Dingle here really is focusing on Dingle as they can and they could. Graham Cool left. I know a couple of people that work there. I think I would not be surprised if someone came in, swooped in, and bought this. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. You never know. I might be so from wrong. I do like the products, and I do not tire to mention that Dingle is the reason why I have an English YouTube channel, not just a German. No one else was covering back then, 2018, 2019. That was 2018, actually. Back then, no one was covering Irish whiskey at all, and so I did it. On the nose, I do get a typical Dingle moment. I get tropical. I get tropical punch. I think Turntable did a very, very good job of blending this to a holistic moment. They did mention on one of the press releases the following here. Let me see if I can read this or not. The brand says the new Dingle release is full-bodied and aromatic with notes here of cigar spice, chocolate, raisins, marzipan, nutmeg, and citrus. And so it says here, Alan Stevenson and his brother, Gordon Stevenson, they started Turntable back in 2022 it has to be. Alan says this blend is a testament to the rich histories of both Irish and Scottish whiskey making, just as we did with our first collaboration drop, which combined Star Wars ex-Australian red wine cask whiskies with Scotch. We've created a flavor profile that integrates the best of 2 worlds. All right, so let's go for it. Cheers. Now the 52%, they're really there. I like that. It's not hot. It doesn't burn. They're present. And the flavor profile, heck, I get that. I get a little bit of a mineral chalky type of Hawaiian punch moment. Almost a pink grapefruit moment as well. I have a friend who tried this with me and he said, oh, look, it's there. And it's gone. And he's like, wait, I still have it. It ebbs out slowly. I like it. Has a middle long finish for me, in my personal opinion. I can say I like this whiskey. It's good. It's interesting. I'm going to give it a C+. Now, the problem I have is with the price. Would I pay 80 euros for this whiskey? No. Would I pay 59 euros for this whiskey? Yes. So we're about 20 euros overpriced. So I'm going to give this a value for money of C- to D+. This is 40 euros. So I can get 2 of these for 1 of these. Oh, but Jason, this is 52%. Yes, this is 46.3%. Non-chilled filtered natural color. Same over here. But twice? Is it twice as expensive? That's our problem. Which one do I prefer? And this is my personal preference as well. I prefer the Dingle profile the way it is. Now, I did mention they did a very good job of integrating the different things here. The rye cask, the puncheon, even the grain they added in there. I think that's fantastic how they did that. This has a little bit more of that mineral Hawaiian punch moment that I like. The sherry, the bourbon, has a tad bit of sulfur in there. That's not at all here. So at least it's unidentifiable for me. Very well done. Very, very well done, Turntable. Prices are just too high. Every single product that I've had from Turntable so far, it's been, hey, that's good whiskey. Well done. Good blending. Oh, you're a little bit over on your prices. Yeah, it's 10 euros, 20 euros, just too much. And I think that is going to one day come and bite them back in the butt. I don't think they're moving their liquid as quickly as they had hoped. And so, even that, what was the turnout here of, that would be interesting. Did they say? The Starward collection, how many bottles they made there? So, no information about limited. It's a limitless reinvention here. That would be the question I would have here is how many bottles did we have of the Starward? They're still available. They were also 80 euros. So do I get anything here? No. One more dram. Here we have a review. So yeah, Spirituosen Jona, that would be probably the place I would expect it to have here. Nope. I don't see any mention of how many bottles were actually there. So, do you know how many bottles were in the first release? Maybe they didn't actually post it anywhere. Who knows? All right, but we do have a number of 1,800 here in a press release, so that's good. What is the world whiskey that you know of? I know Suntory has the AO. That's a blend of Japanese, Canadian, American. So anything that Beam Suntory owns, or now Suntory Spirits Global, they put that in that bottle. We have here Starward, Australian Scotch. We have Irish Scotch. What other products have you ever had that have gone international in their blending, using whiskeys from different countries? Please put it down in the comments. That would be great to hear from you. So, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. Yes, too expensive. Yes, I like. All the best. Bye-bye.